Showtime. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, the Southern Fried Gentleman of Southern Fried Sports, Mr. J.D. Wyatt, coming to you live. Man, I'm in a good mood. We've got family in town. We've accomplished things today. We've been at the Furman and Chattanooga basketball game. There are YouTube shorts up on my page, as well as the Furman Joust. Also got an article up on the FurmanJoust.com and GreenvilleSportsMedia.com. Don't forget Arden's Burger and Grill. Don't forget W Energy Drinks. Don't forget Hyundai of Anderson Beef and Rib, and everything in between. Tonight, I am going to rely on you guys very, very much. Very, very much. I need a lot of you guys. I need comments. I need to know what happened. I got a message earlier. Somebody was not very happy about the Chiefs and the Texans. And then again, like I said, I was at the Furman game. I wasn't happy with things, the way things transpired. I wasn't happy. Furman got out to a big lead. There, I might be the bad luck charm, y'all. And it's not possible, is it? Could J.D. Wyatt, the Southern Fried Gentleman of Southern Fried Sports, possibly be the reason that Furman has lost the two games that he went to this week? Monday night against Wofford, and then tonight against Chattanooga. Furman managed to lose both of those games. They were very different, though. Both of these games were very different. The Wofford game, Furman got down huge, down 20 points at half. That's very difficult to come back from. At one point, though, in this game, Furman got up on Chattanooga by like 16 points. I think it was 22-6. Chattanooga went on a run. And, you know, a lot of people in the basketball world, they always say those last 2 minutes going to half, those first 2 minutes going to half are very important. You could even stretch it back and say maybe the last 4 minutes and the first 4 minutes. And that was on display tonight. I mean, Furman, Bob Ritchie, the coach, he even mentioned it in his press conference, which, by the way, JD got to ask a question during that press conference. We'll talk about that in a moment. But he said they controlled the game for 35 minutes. Didn't control it for the other 4 minutes. And it resulted in a loss on their home court. It's been a long week for the Paladins with the game being postponed because of the snow. There were questions about fatigue. And then I knew they had a long week. And so I was really curious when I saw the head coach throwing a football on the basketball court with one of his players. And when I say throwing the football, I'm not talking about your casual on the beach. Hey, go long, I'll throw it to you. Yeah. You know, lobbing the ball to one another. No. Bob Ritchie was straight humming the ball at Cooper Bowser, a sophomore player. I think he's considered a center. In most teams, he would be a power forward. I mean, the dude's got some length. And so during the press conference, though, I asked that question. I said, Coach, I saw you throwing a football with one of your players before the game. And I said, I would like to have that logic, that reasoning. And he answered, and he answered it phenomenally. He said it was Cooper has had trouble catching the basketball. And so the strength and conditioning staff, their strength coach, they came up with the idea that him catching a football would be very beneficial for him. And I got to admit, I thought that was a pretty good question, y'all. I thought that was a pretty good question. Also, hey, shout out Ben Blaylock. He jumped on the live earlier. He told me he was sitting behind me at the Furman game. So shout out, Ben, man. I told you to wave. I don't know if my comment came through because I was only live for a few minutes there. But, hey, Ben, man, if you were there with me, hey, what a great game. What a great game it was. Furman also could have put this thing by making some free throws. They could have put it away if they would have made some free throws. And so, missed opportunities. Chattanooga, they got out to several fast break points off of turnovers. And y'all, we honestly, like I said, we've just had a great day here on Southern Fried Sports. Make sure to hit like, follow, share, subscribe. I shouted out all the sponsors. I don't think I missed anyone. Shout out, though, to Pensman, the Fresh Channel as well, the South Florida Tribune. And I wanted to talk about the NFL a little bit. My remote control is a little bit far away, so I don't know if I can check in. Yeah, I'll see if I can check in on this Lions-Commanders game. I know the Commanders had just taken the lead a moment ago, and then there was so much drama, apparently. Wow, that thing blew up there at the end of the first half. 31-21, Washington and Detroit. Holy smokes. It was 10-7. Like 15 minutes ago. Wow. What in the world just happened, Mark? Bro, I was literally getting ready to do this live. What in the world just happened? Like, oh my goodness. It was 10-7 when I was watching it. And I think it was like second quarter, 10 minutes to go. I might be wrong. Wow, the Commanders. 28 points scored in the second quarter. Let's see. Let's go back here. Oh, my goodness. We can get the timeline. Wow. I am completely and utterly shocked. Okay. Washington intercepted a Jared Goff pass, and it was returned to their 14. That was when Jaden Daniels kneeled, though, right before the end of the half. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to need... Yeah, hold on. Let me pull up the rest of these plays. Wow. Y'all, this is crazy. I am shocked. He threw a pick 6, according to Mark. Rowdy Rooster in the house. My man, thank you for being here, brother. And then, hey, I wanted to shout out Mark, too. Mark, hey, he's covering PC, women's. He had a rough game today. PC lost 75-47. But, hey, man, they were chipper. Bob Ritchie was chipper. He did say he was furious, but he said, I'm in no way discouraged by this season. I think we'll be just fine. But, y'all, right now, I am completely befuddled by this Washington and Detroit. Mark, though, I'm so glad I met you. Rowdy Rooster, same thing for you, bro. I'm so happy I met you. I appreciate you guys so very much. Detroit, 3 turnovers. So, well, it looks like the number 1 seed, there's a number 1 seed going down. Obviously, still a half of football to be played. But I guarantee you there are a lot of people that are live betting Washington right now, without question. Without question. To be fair, though, Rowdy Rooster says, I am not shocked. Their defense is really hurting bad. Yeah, I think I saw they have the most defensive players hurt since like 2020. Detroit's defense is definitely depleted. The fact that they still managed to go 15-2, nothing short of amazing. Dan Campbell. And that's a good question, y'all. What is the success rate of an NFL head coach? It's got to be like 10%, right? Or less. I haven't done the actual research yet. But when you look at all of these guys that they hire and all of the retreads, as Jay Jacobs of Greenville Sports Media has mentioned here before, getting rehired. I mean, we got Mike McCarthy getting rehired, Rex Ryan getting re-interviewed, John Gruden's been multiple places. You've got tons of all these guys that are retreads in the NFL coaching world. Same thing happens in college. But what is their true success rate when they first get to be a head coach? People that come to my mind are Matt LaFleur, Green Bay. Pretty good record just starting out. Sean McVay, great record just starting out as a head coach. Kyle Shanahan made it to the Super Bowl a few times. So, I mean, it's all about finding the type character and person that fits your team. And so that'll be a question that we bring up here on Southern Fried Sports. And so, y'all, like I said, I'm going to depend on you guys tonight. I didn't do very much show prep, but like I said, we were at Furman. We had the Texans and Chiefs drama. We'll bring that up in a minute. We've got the Washington Lions game, though, that we are talking about right now. Rowdy Rooster, get out of here. Get out of here, man. No, 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 no. 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 Whoa. Timeout, Rowdy Rooster. Flag. Personal foul. 15 yards. Unnecessary roughness. Unnecessary roughness. No, it is not time to fire Lamont. No. No, 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 no. Yes, it's been ugly to watch. I am not happy with it. I am not pleased. But it's where we were projected to be last year, and we overachieved. We've overachieved his first 2 years as a coach, in my opinion. And he's in that transition phase, man. Right now, we don't have any guards. We do have Eli Ellis coming in. Gamecock Chuck tells me that he is fully locked. Gamecock for sure. Doesn't matter what happens this season. So we do have some help. And yeah, Rowdy, I know you're kidding. I know. But hey, I'm just reacting to what I see on the comments, bro. It's all good. It's all good. But that is, I'm sure there's going to be somebody before long that says fire Lamont Paris. I'm not there yet. I won't say it. I know you were joking, but man, yeah. Clemson, they were in a nail biter today. They were up 10, 55-45. 7 minutes to go. I was like, dang, they're going to win. I'm going to turn this off. They ended up having to go to overtime and barely beating Pittsburgh. But they are winning. Clemson right now, they are trending up. Brown, Mr. Brad Brown, LLLLL, as I used to call him. I can't call him that anymore, man. Now I have to put an emphasis on the W's. And Brown W. He's winning games down there in Clemson for sure. Of course it is, man. Mark says that is always the SEC fan or SC fans go to fire the coach. Laugh out loud. Absolutely right. You're right. I can't disagree. What with Kingston though, it was warranted. I called for that one before it happened. He wasn't going to make it past this year. I called that one. And so the other game though, Eric O'Brien, he texted me earlier or messaged me earlier, and he said, "Man, I am really sick of all of this Chiefs referee bias." And I saw one of the plays. I saw the targeting play. They were both aiming high. Mahomes slid. It was in slow motion when I saw it, so I would have need to see it in real speed to be able to determine what happened. But the Chiefs, they are not the number one seed that is going to fall today. I'm really intrigued by the Ravens and the Bills tomorrow. Does Derrick Henry finally take the playoff monkey off of Lamar Jackson's back? Is that the one? Is Derrick Henry the missing puzzle piece for Lamar Jackson in the playoffs? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked either way, to be quite honest with you. Just like if I wouldn't have been really shocked if the Chiefs didn't beat the Texans. Like if the Texans would have won, I can't say that I would have been overly shocked at that point. I think if you would have told me the Texans would have beat the Chiefs, I think I would be more shocked by the Commanders beating the Lions. Man, I don't know. It's so hard to pick these games. It is. And so to me, the most difficult one to pick is the Ravens-Bills game. Like, I literally don't know what to expect tomorrow between those two teams. Josh Allen might be a world beater, but the Bills don't have the roster really this year that they've had in previous years. They've given up 40 points on defense. That one is super interesting. The Ravens, I'd like to see Lamar and Derrick Henry beat them, but I can't say I wouldn't like to see the Bills win either. I'd be fine. I'm good with either of those teams winning, honestly. I told you guys the other day, I would much rather have Notre Dame and Ohio State both lose in the college football playoff Like if it were possible at all for that game to just end in a loss for both teams or a tie, I would be all for it. Rowdy Rooster says if the Ravens get the run game over, it's over for the Bills. I agree. I said this too about the Eagles, the Rams. Saquon Barkley is the X factor. Rowdy Rooster, you missed it the other night. Hey, Mark Livingston, what do you think about this, Rowdy Rooster? Mark told me the other night that Jalen Hurts only needs to throw for 180 yards and no interceptions for the Eagles to beat the Rams. If I told you that, would you believe me? Is that possible? Is that a game you would want to watch? Sounds like a high school football game to me. I'd much rather him see him go duke it out, man. 300 yards, maybe a little defense sprinkled in. Maybe end up with a score like 31-28, somewhere in that range. To me, that's the type of game I want to see. I want to see a balance. I want to, just like with the run and the pass game, I want to see a balance. I want to see a balance between offense and defense. Maybe a special teams play here and there. I'd be good with that. Mark says he is not shocked about this game, the Washington and Detroit game. Jaden Daniels is the man, and Detroit's defense is so beat up. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, we talked. Yeah, they're depleted on defense for sure. But they still managed to go 15-2. So where did all that offense come from? And where is it tonight? Dan Quinn, maybe. Dan Quinn, the head coach for the Commanders, defensive coordinator back in the day. Yeah, he lost to the Patriots 28-3, being up 28-3 that one time. But who knows? Who knows, Rowdy Rooster, what wasn't possible? I missed that one. Oh, Rams, Eagles. Rams have too many weapons. Oh, for the 180 yards, no interception. Well, basically, he was saying Saquon was going to be the X factor. Derrick Henry might be the X factor. Saquon might be the X factor. Who knows? Who are going to be the X factors? Right now, Jaden Daniels is an X factor. Tonight, there were several X factors on the basketball court for the Furman Paladins and the Chattanooga Mocs. Man, it was a great game to be at. Y'all, we're about to wrap it up and get on out of here. We've got family in the house. I just wanted to give you guys a little live update, give you a little taste of what was going on today in the sports world. And so, do y'all have any other sports takes, though, to get out of here? We've covered it. NFL playoffs. How about the Tiger Woods Golf League? That was awesome. Again, this past Tuesday. We've got NASCAR stuff coming up. Thank goodness. I'm starting to get bored. Only watching basketball. We need the college football playoff to come up. I told you why Ohio State would win. Mark told you why Notre Dame would win on greenvillesportsmedia.com. And don't forget the Furman Joust. I typed out all the highlights of the game tonight. Plus, there's some clips in there. Plus, I told you guys I asked the head coach a question about them throwing the football before the game. Let's check in on the Washington-Detroit game one more time before we get out of here. Still 31-21, 12 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Let's see, Mark's got one more comment over here. Let's see what we got. I've watched every Philly game. Jalen barely throws for over 200 yards. They'll run it for about 50 or 60. As long as Jalen doesn't lose the game for us, we will win, says Mark. And about the Eagles, but like I said, these games are just so hard to pick. If you're a professional gambler, congratulations. I don't know how y'all do it. I'd be broke. I'd be so broke. It's ridiculous how broke I would be if I tried to pick these winners because I'm not very good at it. Like I told y'all, I might be the bad luck charm for Furman basketball. Both games I've went to, they've lost. Both in completely different ways. One, like I said, they had a 20-point loss. The other one, they had a 16-point lead. It's wild, the roller coaster that I've been through going to Furman games so far, but it's been amazing. Rowdy, Y'all can score with the Rams, he asked to Mark. Who's going to cover Nakua or Cup? Valid points. It depends on what kind of offense shows up for the Rams. If it's the one that put up 44 on the Bills, I could see it. But Rowdy also says, I want Philly to win, but in the playoffs, you need your QB to throw for a touchdown. I mean, yeah, if you're having a good run game, you got to be able to throw off of it. You got to have a play action game. You got to. Just like you got to like, follow, share, subscribe, check in on Southern Fried Sports, all the short videos, everything in between. Y'all, I'm going to get out of here. We're going to go spend some time with family. I hope y'all do the same. Y'all are my family. Y'all are my Southern Fried Chicken gang. Southern Fried Sports gang. Bang, bang. We'll see y'all soon.